Good morning. Happy Monday, everyone. Welcome and welcome back to the channel. This is Tanya Sidegigcrafts. You guys, I got to get back into this journal. Things were looking better with my mojo, and then I was like, it's a weekend. We're not there. Anyways, I need to add more pages in here. I keep coming back to, I just need to add more pages so I can move on to the next part. So the thing is, I'm looking for pages. I'm looking for inspiration. I'm looking for things that will go with these, vintage looking feel that I've got going on here. I've got music papers. I wanted some Christmas winter, and I found these pages. Look at this. This is beautiful. This is a book page. I'm thinking that's 1871, but that may or may not be true. I'm kind of thinking it might be. And it's blank on the other side. And I'm thinking this would be a gorgeous page to put in here. Now, I don't know that I want to, it's going to be brittle to fold. So that's not what I want to do. But, and this one also says 1871. I doubt they're from the same book, but I thought this might be beautiful in there too. And I'm going to have to chop them down a little bit, which is a little bit disappointing, but I think it'll be all right. I think that this one, the size is going to be a little bit difficult on this one, but I think I want to use at least this part. This one, I want to just do the picture part. So I'm thinking about how to do that and keep this blank and keep this picture too. The only thing I can think is to go ahead and hinge them. So, and I think that will work just fine. We're going to go ahead and cut these. I hate this part. I hate this part. I'm going to see if I can keep some of that on there. I don't know how far I need to cut it, but I'm going to probably have to cut this down to here. Is that short enough? Just about perfect. Thank you very much. And I'm going to trim a little bit off this side so we can keep the boy on the hill too. Do you see him sledding? We'll try to keep him on there. But I'm going to need a little space for the hinge to lay. So let's trim this one up this way. I hope you guys are doing great. I'm so glad you're here. It's been a good weekend here for me, and I hope the same has been true for you. Oh, no matter what I could do to her, she's going to end up cut. Oh, man. I wonder if that's the right choice because I'm going to end up cutting here. It's going to look weird. Maybe I won't use this one. I think I won't use this one. We'll put here for that. Let's see if there's something else we can do. I can still hinge her onto something, but let's see if there's something that's better. I've got a few more options over here. I do love this one, and it would add color into the book. Isn't that cute? Is that too Eastery? Probably. I was thinking more toys, but I think that might be too Eastery. So let's put that one back. We'll pick something else. How about this one? Now this one might be too big also. Oh, it would fit. And it would add color. And it's definitely winter. How damaged is it? Oh shoot, it's very damaged. Which isn't a problem. Except that it's going to be needed to, I'm going to need to glue it to another piece of paper, which still isn't a problem. Hang on a minute, just a minute. Oh, actually, you know what? Look at this. This is looks like the same era, similar artwork. Let's see if this one would work. Let's see what's on the, ooh, another blank one. Nice. Okay. So what if I put her, they're about the same size if I cut there, and that way I can keep the dude up in the top. That's what we're gonna do. I am loving this journal so far, you guys. This is just, it's gonna have some beautiful things in there. I've gotten some great feedback too, so thank you for that. Thank you for that. I always enjoy hearing what you guys are thinking of my projects, what direction they should go, or just whatever. I love hearing from you. Okay, let's go ahead and just trim this one straight up. We're not going to see that edge anyway. And this is kind of how you can use some of your old vintage papers and put them into your book, or different papers. I mean, if you just have something that you want to put in there, you can do this. So what I want to do, I want to use a piece of, I could use washi tape. If I have a broad strip of washi tape, or I could use another piece of paper, which I'm thinking about another piece of paper because I need to make sure it stays and that it's strong. And I have plenty of strips of paper. Let's see where. Let's use this one. This is the same paper we're using in there already. And this is actually a little bit of cardstocky. So let's cut this down to, let's say, 1 inch. And make sure that's straight if I can. So this should be strong enough to hold this. And then we're going to fold it in half. I want it to go, I think this way. I don't know. Yeah, we'll go this way. You could use you could definitely use a scoring board to do this in half, but I wasn't thinking of that when I started. And then what I'm going to do, let's see if this is too long. I don't want it to be too wide because then I'll end up having to cut more off this side. So I'm going to cut just a little bit more. Let's even it up a little bit. We'll just go straight up the side here. We're still not cutting his face, so that's good. That'll fit just a little bit better. And this one will cut just a little bit more on this side. Okay, and then what I'm going to do, I'm going to glue this way, and then I'll glue the other one on this side. Okay. We'll just hinge them in there. And you know, now what I'm thinking about, I'm going to just cut that white strip off this one. And that will be fine. We'll just cut this right down here. I think it'll look a little better. I'm going to leave the bottom part though, because it's got the date on it. And if I wanted to, I could put somebody could put a sentiment or something there if they wanted. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm kind of excited this morning. I saw a craft lot that somebody posted on Marketplace today for, they said it was $800 worth of craft goods for $75. And looking at it, that's probably fairly accurate. And it's local. And she said, or best offer. I'm like, 75 is more than fair. I could probably try to talk her down, but whatever. I'm not trying to rip anybody off. I'm so excited. I haven't heard back from her yet because I just put it out there a little while ago, but I'm so excited. I'm hoping I can get it. There were some rubber stamps that she showed that I've never seen before, and they're just so darn cute. I thought those would be great for card making. There's a lot of paper in there, which I don't really need paper, but that's okay. There was some Tim Holtz stuff that I saw shown in the picture, and just a whole bunch of stuff that wasn't shown because it was stacked. You could see it was stacked. She just showed a bunch of things on the top. I was like, oh yeah, that looks like fun. Looks like fun. So if I do get it, I'll be doing a haul on that stuff. And you know what? Maybe I'll offer to sell some of that stuff if I don't need it. That might be kind of fun. So I think we're going to go ahead and stick this in here somewhere. And I'd like to, maybe I'll let's put it right here. And that way, when you flip it open, we'll see the little red in there. And then we'll open that up and there's a photo. And then we'll keep paging through and we're gonna come up on the other side of the photo over here, which is sticking out a little bit still. I don't think I want it to stick out. The reason I don't want it to stick out is because it's going to end up breaking. Is it? Or is these other ones are just folded funky? I think the other ones are folded funky, but I'm going to trim it anyway. All right. I don't want it to tear. So we'll put that in there. But maybe I'd like it. That's fine. It's fine. It's good. It's good. It's really good. Okay. Let's see what else we can do here. I was thinking about what other things could be Christmas. I loved this picture. I wanted to see if there's something here I could do. Now this one looks like it might be damaged too. Or folded. I don't know if I'm going to trust that. Let's see here what else we could do. I do really like this though. 1892. Oh. I hate to cut it, but because I do want my signatures to be similar, so I'll have pictures in one and I'll have pictures on the back too. What if I just cut straight through? October, let's see. I just really like this picture for this, and I think I'm going to capture this picture too. Let's do that. Wait. Let's see where I need to cut. I can cut that date right here. I'm going to save the top part of this because I can use that on something else. Cut down this way. I know I don't need all of that. And then I'd like to use this photo or this image. Okay. Oh, please don't get mad at me for cutting that. That was very hard. That was very hard. But we're giving it new life, guys, so don't be sad. Don't be sad. All right, I'm going to cut this way so that these are the same. It'll make hinging them a lot easier if they're the same height and width. Well, the width is determined by the book, really. And I'll need to cut this one out here. I'm going to need to cut here. Well, I'm going to have to anyway. Ooh, make sure my image isn't caught up in that. Yep. Okay, we're good. Will that fit? Just a little too wide, and I think I can cut over here, and that'll take care of some of this damage too. So let's just cut right there. All right, now I think we've got some stronger papers. I'm going to use some, maybe I'll use some tape to fix some of that, but I don't think any of it's torn anymore. Yep, it'll be short, and that's okay. All right, so let's cut. That's too short. Let's cut this one, or not cut it, but fold it. And we'll go just a little longer. Yeah, I've kind of hit a standstill on this one just a little bit because I needed more pages and I wasn't quite sure what to put in here. I've got plenty of scrapbook paper, but the scrapbook paper I have is just too modern. Could I make it look rustic? Yeah, I could. And some of it's cardstock, and I don't really want cardstock in it. I really want it to have that really authentic vintage feel. Vintage, antique, old, just old feel, you know? Just really, really beautiful pages. So that's really what I'm aiming for, and I think I've got that look so far. You can tell me if I'm wrong, but I think that the modern papers would just really throw it off. So let's get that in there. Oh, shoot, I tore it. There, put that back. Okay, I think that'll be okay. Got that piece. And then we have a second page. Okay, I don't feel like I need more images necessarily. I think that's good with that. Okay, so I put the first picture in that one, so I need the second picture, this one and this one. Let's find a good spot. Maybe just right here. That'll be okay, right there in the middle. And so we've got that one. Now, another thing I was thinking of, I've got another hymn book out, but I realize I already have 2 hymn books represented there, so I don't need another one. But recipes, and I have this recipe book, and it's got the red in there and the black, just like our book here. So I think this might be nice. Oh, I could put some of these pages in there. Let's put one of each of these. Or should I put 2? I've got enough. I could put 2 in each signature. Oh, watch this, guys. Watch this. Okay. We're going to cut it to the right height, though. We're going to fold it and then cut it. Because folding it in half-ish is perfect. And then we need it to be this long. I think I can manage that. Ooh, maybe I can't manage that straight. For that matter, we've got this many more that we could use if we wanted to, but I think that would be maybe it wouldn't be overkill. I want writing pages. Why not? Okay, so we'll do... Oh, that one needs one right there. And how about another one right there? A little worried about this paper cracking out, but it might be all right. Let's put one of these here. And another one, sure, right there. A couple pages over. We could put these in. I really want to load it up with writing paper, so that's why I'm just kind of going for it. Make these pages thicker and these signatures thicker. Just lots of fun options here. I like the lace next to her with this one here. And then this one can go here. This way. I don't know why, it just seems like it's right. Okay, oh, maybe right side up though. All right, so we've got a few more pages in our signatures. It's looking better and better. Getting thicker and thicker. Okay, now I also thought about putting in this holiday book. This is the perfect size for this book. This is actually going to go into the back part though. So, but I'm thinking maybe even something like this. Can I fold these without cracking them in half? I think I can. I think we can put these in here too. Would be fun. There's one in that one. And that one's got carbon. I don't want carbon on the back side of it because then it'll just ruin the other page that they're writing on. So I'm going to be careful with that. Oh, shoot, this one cracked. It'll be okay. Let's put some washi on it. Some washi. What kind of washi have I got that'll go with this? Something pretty or something simple. Simple would be good. I have some Christmas, but that is way too narrow. How about this one? This is good. It won't show much, but I don't want it to really, I don't want it to show at all, really. There we go. Just put a little glue. Oops, I think I'm going to do it on this side. Can I get some glue? Just a little. And just put it across there. Keep it from tearing, hopefully. This paper smells like Grandma's house. And if you wonder, when I say it smells like Grandma's house, it brings back fun memories. So that's a positive thing. It really does. Yep. I like this. Let's see, where could I put it? Maybe here. I was even thinking maybe put some ledger paper in here. Let me see if I have that ledger here, where I think it is. Oh, of course not. So maybe not, because I'm not sure where that is. Let me double check right here, because I use it, so it should be close, but probably not. That would be silly if I put it close, wouldn't it? All right, so we're not using the ledger paper, because if you can't find it in a minute, it wasn't meant to be. All together now. Okay, we're not doing that. Do you think that's enough? It might be enough. It might be enough. I don't want it to go too crazy. I really love this. Okay. Well, if that's enough, and I think it probably is. See, I've got a whole stack of papers over to my right, too, that I could probably use, but I don't want to go too far. I mean, I could use this paper in there, too. Let's use this up. Let's just use this up. Else. Well, I was going to put a recipe, even though I put the, here, let's put a recipe in there. Oh, there's a red one. Do I want a red one? Nah, I don't want a red one. There's a Graham Brown Betty. What is a Brown Betty? Is that a pie? Is a Brown Betty a pie? I don't know. I guess I could read it, but, you know, that would take time. Let me tear it. I feel like it's a, I don't know. I'm guessing. I have no idea. What is a Brown Betty? Is it a cake? Is it a pie? Obviously, I think it's a dessert, right? did that crooked. You guys, why didn't you tell me I'm so close that you can't really see everything? Oh, let's get you out a little further. Is that better? Sorry about that. All right. Here we go. Okay, so we've got one for each. And I think that's probably plenty. I don't think I need to go any further than that. I'll put this one here. And this one, we'll just kind of find a spot that looks nice. I'm kind of thinking right here. I like it. Okay, that's going to be it. So what do we do next? Well, no, it's not, because we're going to finish. We're going to use these up. I can't let it go to waste, guys. I can't. And yeah, I could use these for something else, but let's just put them in here. Let's just do it. Put it there and put this one. I don't know. How about right here? How about just right there? Okay. So what's next? The next step would be to go ahead and sew the signatures. Now we're not going to sew the signatures into something. We are just going to sew the signatures to, I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you. Move that project, get into this little box right here. And what color should we use? I'm thinking, I wonder if I have enough of this. I think we're going to use this one. I think we should have enough. This should be more than enough. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, we're good. We're good. Okay. All right. Oh, I need my awl too, don't I? I do. I think I'm going to use a little thicker needle today because this thread seems thicker to me than the other thread I use. And okay. Now I want to make sure all the pages are in there properly the way I want them. Remember, I want this part sticking up just a little bit. That's my tab for my first signature, so I don't want to line things up there. Let's get to the middle. All right, now we're doing a 3 pamphlet stitch. So these don't have to match. My signatures don't have to be even. I'm just sewing the signature. I'm not sewing it into the book just yet. We're going to do something a little bit different with this one. And I am going to leave the tie on the inside for the addition of charms, if we decide to do that. So we're going to start from the middle. This is how we try to thread a needle. There we go. I think we got it. Did we get it? I think we got it. Oh man, this stuff is thick. Okay, and I should have probably clipped my book together because it would hold things in place a lot easier and this would go quicker, but here we go. So in through the middle, and I'm going to go to the top hole that I already poked. Poke that all the way through, and yeah, it would have been easier if I would have clipped it. So we'll clip the second one. And then down through the middle, or down through that one. And pull this, and then all the way up through the middle again without catching that other thread. Careful not to catch that other one, and come up on the other side of that string in the middle. So we'll have one string on either side of this string, okay? And then we want to pull this, we want to pull it tight as we can without tearing anything, and then tie it off. Tie, and then I'm going to leave these long in case we want to put charms on it. And to do that, I'm just going to tie it in a big bow here so we can leave those long. Make that decision later. If we cut it short now, we won't be able to make that decision later because that decision will have already been made for us because it'll be too short. All right, so we'll leave that alone. And now we have our signature sewn. We're going to do the same thing to this one. And no, I'm not going to clip it because you know what? That worked out pretty well. All right, let's make sure these are also in the right place. We've got a tab on this one too. And that one paper is just a little tall. So I'm going to take it out and trim it just a bit. Just a little bit off the top. That should be better. Nope, actually it's not. It's just a little bit tall still. I'm going to cut it just shorter then. That will work. What's this? Why is this one too tall? What's this one? Oh, the music. Okay, we can cut that one just a little shorter. Not a problem there. In fact, this top part is a little bit damaged, so I don't mind cutting it a little shorter. There we are. So there's that one. Okay, I'm not liking that in the very middle. I think this was supposed to be right here. Okay, so once again, we'll take our awl, poke a hole in the middle-ish, and then about 3/4 of an inch from the bottom, about 3/4 inch from the top, just eyeballing, guys, just eyeballing. All right, and then we'll put that down for a second while we thread our needle again. There's the thread. Oh, I've got quite a bit more. And that's just fine. We'll hold on to the extra piece in case we need it for something else. I was thinking I'd just toss it because I probably won't use it for anything. Well, I mean, sure I could. But for this journal, there we go. Got that threaded. Straight through the middle. Down through one of these holes. Top or bottom, it doesn't matter which one you choose. And then when you come up through the middle, you want to go back up to the other one. Come out the back. So this thread is a lot easier to use than that other thread that I use. Maybe because I made my holes bigger too. And then back through this one. Well, when it's lined up, it works really nicely. Another argument for using the clamps. Okay, let's see here. We'll just pull that tight and it'll line it up again. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Good enough. And we'll make sure that we get that on that side. Okay. Pull it tight. And tie it. Cut the ends. So they're not way incredibly too long. And there we go. So there's that. All right, so we've got our two signatures, and I wanted the Friends one in front. So yes, that's the one in front. Okay, now the next step. We can move on to the next step. See, I might still be able to use that. I thought I had enough for the binding or the cover, and it's too short. So I'm thinking about how to fix that. I think I can still use it though. Okay, so here's the next thing. This is going to be a journal that's going to open flat. And so we're going to glue these two signature covers together on this back side. But we're going to leave about an inch, about a finger width, thumb width, where we don't put any glue. Okay, So approximately, here, I'll just draw a line. Approximately, it won't show anyway, about that much that's not going to have glue on it. So we're going to glue this side, not this side, okay? Approximate. Really, really glue? You've been gluing all this time, and now, you know what, before I lose it and step on it, I'm going to put this needle up. It's bugging me sitting there. All too. That's one thing. I have stepped on too many needles in my life. I don't like to do it. I just don't. There was one time when my oldest son was a baby, and he was a super colicky baby. Super colicky. I mean, it was bad. And he and I were home alone, and I was sewing, and I couldn't get the needle through the fabric. I don't remember what I was sewing. I was so traumatic. I don't remember that part. But I couldn't get the needle through the fabric. So I used my leg to try to force the needle through. And I was wearing jeans, and the eye of the needle with the thread and everything went straight through my jeans into my leg. And it went deep enough I could not grab the needle to pull it out. And I could feel the shivers and everything. It was like shock went in, and I'm like, I'm not waking up the baby to take him to the hospital to get somebody to pull this out. I gotta be able to do this myself. I've got to. And I finally was able to, I think I found a pliers to grab it and pull it out. But oh my goodness, that was awful. I just had to suck it up. I was like, okay, put on your mom panties and let's get this done. But I could feel the shock of it and everything. It was terrible. I was like, oh my word, this is not that bad. You know, it's a needle. It's okay. You're all right. You're gonna survive. But yeah, that wasn't good. I was so embarrassed. I'm like, why did I even think to do that? Don't know why I thought that would work. All right, I'm going just past that line just so that it doesn't show. Not that it would. I don't think it will in any way, but okay, so here's the thing. These have to line up exactly. Otherwise, you'll have to trim around them. So we're going to just line that up. These signature covers. Line it all the way up quickly so it doesn't dry and you can't move it anymore. And fold that. I'll probably have to trim around it just a little bit, but that's just fine. I want those to line up and smooth out. Press them together. Remember, this part's not going to be glued, just the other side of it, just this side of it. Okay, but you still want to make sure that it's all lined up and flattened out so that it gets that good stick on there. We'll just sit here and hold it for a minute. And I know you're wondering why I have this ugly side on here, but that's because that side is going to glue to this part. So when it flips open, you're going to just see beautiful. Okay, but I'm not ready to do that yet because I need to figure out how we're going to cover this. And I really want to use this. I really do. Because I think this is going to be really pretty there. Don't you think so? Kind of aged and wonderful. But it needs to be, it's too short. I can see the edges here. So I need to figure out how to fix that. So, yeah, that's the back page. Okay, I was like, wait, that's the back part. No, that's the other part. That's for the folio side. That's going to be for this side. We'll have to do the same thing to there too. Or something. Oh, no, you know what? This one. Okay. So this side will probably, the folio side's probably gonna have a solid structure because I'm gonna need to make it stand up. It's gonna need something solid. But this one can still be the fabric and the soft, but I think I was gonna do a strip of solid too because I wanted to put those hinges there. So this is going to be on there, but it's not going to cover the whole thing. Okay, I got this. You guys, give me a minute. I think I'm going to find a fabric to put on the back of this to make it sturdier. And then we're going to come up with a solid spine also. So only part of it will show as fabric. I know that's confusing, but I have a thought in my mind, and I'm going to show you it in just a minute. Okay, my friends, I had a couple ideas. I found a solid red and decided not to do it because I think that I've got something better here. Now, I like this one. I could always darken the white, but tell me if this one isn't perfect. Look, the red is darker. These look a lot like this. I think this is the one. Now, I'm not going to use very much of it, so unfortunately this part won't show, but on the other flip side of that, I'll be able to save this for something else. So I think I just need a strip like right here. I think this is the one, guys. I want to just make sure I have it long enough. Oh yeah, right there. Let's just put it right there. And just cut this part off right here. And I'll tear it right here if it'll let me. I think that's it. Now I can grunge those too. That was an apron that I had bought for myself years ago, and it shrunk up so badly. It was so pretty too. I loved it. It was so pretty, but it shrunk and I couldn't do anything with it. So this will be glued on the inside, but I want those to show, but I do want to grunge them up a little. So what I'm going to do, this means I actually I don't need this. I don't need that. I'll just use this. We're just going to put some ink over it. And, oh, you know what? I could put some gilding wax on it too, just for a little bit of the same gold look that's on there. Just put ink on it. Grunge that up. Got enough ink on there. And you can go over the red too, so it's not too bright. Just smudge it. Won't be able to really tell that I did that, but it will be a very subtle difference. Okay, and then let's put a little bit of gilding wax over here. Just a touch. Oh, I like this choice. This was a good choice. I'm happy with it. Oop, there goes my lid. Okay, I can't glue my lid to this one because this stuff dries up quick. I need to get some more. Okay, just a touch. Just a touch. Just a faint little. Got a little on the red, but that's okay. A little bit of shine, just a little. Okay, good enough. Done with that. All right, and I think, oh, I can cut this. I can cut this one off. All right, so what's next? We're going to take this. We're going to glue this. And this one at the top. Wait, that's not what I want to do. I want to do it on here first. Wait, is that right? Yes, that's right. Okay, I want to glue it on this one. See, those are perfect. Now that looks like it's just a middle page. And I do want to trim. Oh, I need a little bit of trim there. Just a little bit. And I also need to, I'll fix that later. I need to put a little bit more glue right here at the edge to squeeze it together. The stitches in there will line up and kind of keep it from joining completely, but that's, I can fix that later. You've seen me glue. All right, so for this, I'm going to put some tape down right here, just to help catch that fabric while it glues. Just hold it in place. And I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Okay, and once again, we're going to put a little bit of glue on this side of the tape, not this side. Okay, there's got to be a little movement in there to make this binding work. Just come on, tape, stick there. There. Oh, let's do one side at a time, shall we? And that's the bottom. So this is this way. Okay. But that's a side. Okay. Good grief. I'm confusing myself. Okay. And we've got the gilded side this side, so we're going to go flat here. I want that top dot to show. Okay, attach that. And what I'm doing, I'm going to attach it on this side, and then we're going to glue it and attach it back on this side. We're going to hold this kind of tight. We're not putting any glue here. Okay, we just want this fabric to wrap around and glue onto this side. And I probably put that a little bit too tight, but I think it'll be okay. When you do this, you want to hold these the signatures down a bit so that they're tight together. But not extremely tight. Otherwise, you will not have the movement you're looking for. And I just glued on the wrong side. I just told you guys that and then glued on the wrong side. Glue on this side. Glue on the left. All right, pull this up and over, and hopefully there's enough fabric there. I think there is to hold that. And that tape just holds it right in place while the glue takes hold. Okay, and I'm just going to hold this down for a minute. It's okay if your edges are a little rough because that's not going to show. Not going to show at all. But look what the side's going to look like. Isn't that pretty? I love that. And then when you let go of it, you've got some looser room in there, some space to move. Okay. And signatures are pretty well lined up. I'm going to tear this. I think I can. I think I still can. Okay. All right, so what's next? What's next? I'm glad you asked. So this is going to be, this is it, guys. This is the way it's going to open up. And you can see the pages will lay flat so that you can write on them. With this binding, they lay much flatter. You don't have to fight it, which is fantastic. Okay, and then we want to add this cover. This cover, we're going to go ahead and glue. We're going to glue, well, we're going to glue to the edge of that, but we're going to glue all the way out here. And in here, we want plenty in there to make sure it sticks real well, especially around these stitches. I'm not sure how far out to go, so I'm going to go ahead and just put the glue here on the edge of this one. Okay, and we're going to line this up with our book cover straight over this way. Flatten that out. Okay, we can flip our whole book back up on top of that and just press down, make sure we've got a solid stick. Now this one, we're going to do the same way this way. Yep, and I can do that. Yep. I was thinking I might have to wait on that because of the other portion of the book, but I think we're good. I think I can make that work also that way. Okay, so this part is going to stick down onto there, so we should have a really good seal here too. And for sake of time, normally I would just kind of clip that and walk away, but I want to get this back one on here too, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Oops, that's supposed to be there. This one I'm going to do just a little bit different. I don't have to line this one up quite the same. And because I want to put another, oh shoot, how am I going to put that other spine on there? Let me think about that. I may not be able to do the one with the hinges, or I might have to do that on a different part, or a different way than I'd originally thought. We're gonna get those hinges on here somehow, because that's part of it, you know? Okay, for now, I think we're gonna be done for today. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and clip these. That clip is way too small. Will these work? Probably not. Maybe. Nope, way too small. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get something heavy then and put it on top of here. And we'll be done with the front portion of this journal for now. Now, that doesn't mean forever, because I still do want to figure out how to put that hinge on here. And I think I can. I think I have an idea. But I'm going to have to figure that out. So it's going to take some thinking. Okay, guys, I'm going to put something heavy on here. This is enough for today. I hope that you enjoyed my funness. Thanks for joining me. I hope you have a fantastic day. Hit the like and subscribe button. I hope that you will join me in the next video. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.